We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. Listen this.
Hello, man. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Papa.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Alright, just give me a second. I'm other tea card. Yeah, my sister.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi. How you doing? Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. What's up? What's happening? I see a message, so I'm just calling to see what's happening.
Yeah, we have a story.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in Jamaica two weeks ago. I was dating someone, and he raped me when I was down there. Then I found out he's done it to another UK girl before. He keeps like bringing them here and doing this stuff to them.
You said bringing them here. You mean here in Jamaica?
Yeah, so like talking to them, letting them fly here.
All right. How did you meet this person?
I met them online on TikTok through a mutual friend 2 years ago.
You said them or him? You met him?
Him. Yes, I
Okay.
met him through a mutual friend.
Okay.
Someone introduced me to him on TikTok.
Okay. And you have been corresponding since then?
Yeah, so we were talking for the 2 years, and then we stopped talking for about a while, like a couple of months. Then we started talking again, and then we planned to meet up. I said, okay, I will. He said, my birthday is the 17th of May, and he's like, I know it's last minute, but I would love to see you. So
just speak a little slower. Just go a little slower. You're kind of going fast. Just slow down a bit.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go again now for me.
Yeah, so he said, I would love to see you for my birthday. So this was in maybe April. So I said, like a month before. He said, my birthday is the 17th of May. I said, yeah, I know. He said, I wish I could see you. I said, we'll see. Then I found a cheap flight to Montego Bay. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'll surprise him for his birthday. And I took the week off work to go and surprise him. Then he was asking me for like some things. I said, yeah, cool, I'll bring them down for you. And, when I got there, he picked me up from the airport because he asked me for money for a rental. When he asked me for money for a rental, he asked me for 200. I said, £200 is nothing. That's like 40 grand. I can't pay for a rental. He said, no, it's my friend's rental. He'll give me a discount. But then I remember later on that day he was like, I just put 40 grand on my electric bill. I was like, what? Anyway, he said the money was for rental to do his hair or whatever. When he came to the airport, he looked scruffy. He didn't do his hair or nothing. He just came with the car. I said, okay, whatever. I didn't say anything. I got to his house. Remember, I'm flying 9 hours. Then I was at the airport 4 hours before that. Then I was awake 3 hours before that. So that's like almost the whole day that I'm awake.
Slow down. Yes, go ahead. I used to have that like a fast talking thing that slow down a bit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I don't realize I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
So we got to his house, and I've been traveling for almost 24 hours. So I said, I'm gonna take a shower. He said, yeah, of course, take a shower, get your stuff ready. So I'm opening the suitcase. You put your pajamas on the bed. I'm taking the toiletries, the lotion, the cream, whatever. He grabs me and pulled my clothes down. He pulled my trousers down and forced entry right there and then. I never felt so violated in my life before. I was like, what the hell? I was so uncomfortable. It went on for so long, and I was like, yeah, I just felt like crap. He said to me, I'm so sorry, I'm just excited to see you. What the hell? I was like, that you can't do that. That's insane. Like, I wanted to leave. Mm-hmm. But I took a shower, then I kind of just went to bed. Then he was just harassing me for the entire evening. Then the next day, I tried to leave. He took my passport. He took, because people say, oh, if you're being abused, why don't you just leave? I did try to leave. He took my passport, and yes, I grew up in the UK, but I have a Jamaican passport. I cannot lose that passport. I'll be in big trouble if I lose that passport. You know, it has my visa in there and everything. So I said, okay, fine, let me just play it cool. You know, we went to the beach, we did this. He was financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and sexually abusing me the entire few days that I was there. So I was meant to stay from the 13th of May to the 20th of May. I stayed at his house from the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, to the 17th. The morning of the 17th I left. But yes, so the third day now, 13th, 14th, 15th, you know, same thing, I'm just playing it cool. I don't know where my passport is, I'm looking around. I see him open the underwear drawer, and I saw him the blue passports. I'm like, oh, that's where my passport is, because I saw his one, his old one, and I see a third one, so that must be mine. So when he went to bed, I looked in there, and I see my passport, so I took it back, and then I see his passport. I remember saying to my friend on WhatsApp, you know, like what he was doing, and she said to me, please send me his details, because if you die, I need to know who to look for. Because I have family in Jamaica, but they're in Portmore, so I'm in Montego Bay by myself. I don't know anyone. So I took a picture of his passport just to send to my friend. I said, listen, I'll send it in one view because I'm scared to send it, and he sees it, he'll kill me, basically. Then fast forward to his birthday, the 17th. It's midnight, and he decides to, I remember in the evening before midnight, like maybe 7 p.m, we went out, we bought some stuff. He asked me for money to wash his car, and I was like, what? Your friend washes the car for free? No, he just basically kept trying to take money from me all the time. Then we got home, and his mum done his hair. Then he went out and got his beard shaped up, you know, the hairline. He got all dressed up. He's wearing the clothes that I brought him. He got ready to go out. He said to me, oh, you're not coming. I was like, what? He's like, you can't come with me. I'm going to a party. It's dangerous. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's like, it's dangerous. I can't take you there. Men are going to be looking at you and all these things. And he said to me, oh, do you even have money to go? I said, yeah, I have money. Why do I have to have money to go? Oh, do you have an outfit to go? He's just making excuses. His mum asked him, oh, why is she not coming with you? Oh, she's sleeping. He's lying. I wasn't sleeping. So he left and went out for about 2 hours. I blocked it on everything by then. He told his mum to give the phone to me. He said, hey, I'm calling you. I said, you know, fuck off. Then he came back to the house. He said, oh, I said, I'm leaving, by the way. I'm leaving tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I was leaving at 10, but I lied and said 11. I said, I'm leaving tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I don't want to be here anymore. He said, what can I do to make you stay? Oh, my God, my friend wants to talk to you. Come outside. I said, no. I said, okay. He said, okay, I'm going back out. He went out until 5 a.m. He came back drunk. I could smell him. I'm fast asleep. I'm in a deep sleep, but I can smell alcohol. Then he got my leg and dragged me to the end of the bed. He just dragged me. And I was like, what is going on? He woke me up out of my sleep. He put his private part in my face. He said to eat it or he will fuck the shit out of me. I said, pardon? Oh my God. I was like, where am I? I was like, what is going on? I was in a deep sleep. And then I was like closing my legs. I kept like closing my legs together. He was like forcing my legs open. I'm like 140 pounds. I'm really small. I'm tall, but I'm small. I'm very light. And he was pinning me down. He got both hands and he was strangling me. And I'm like holding onto his arm, trying to like kick him off, push him off. But he's in between my legs. So I can't even like do anything. I'm stuck at the end of the bed. And then he squeezed my throat so hard that I lost consciousness. So my legs and my arms went floppy. And he was doing it for about like an hour. I'm serious. And then he fell asleep butt naked, and I was sat up in the room by myself. I then had to like slowly move things. I only had hand luggage, so I was slowly moving things into the living room. I just took a quick shower. I booked my taxi with booking.com. The earliest pickup was 10 a.m. I booked like the cheapest hotel I could find on Church Street. And then, yeah, his mum saw me getting ready and she came to ask me what happened. So I told her everything because we had spoken the night before just about his behaviour. And she said, you know, I'm really sorry. I wish he was a little bit more mature than that. You know, I didn't know he was like that. I said, well, yeah, as a son and as a boyfriend, he's two different people, isn't he? Like, my brother is different to me as his sister and he's different to his partner. Like, it's just, yeah. Then in the morning, I explained to her why I was leaving. She said, is there any way I can, you know, you guys can sort this out? You know, I really love you guys together. I want grandchildren, all these things.
Yes.
I said, I already have one child. He's threatened to kill me multiple times. In the car, he will swerve the car, drive really fast, threaten to drive off a cliff, saying, you know, my daughter is the only reason why I'm still alive right now. Is if it wasn't for her, he would kill me. So many things. He treats me really bad. He's breaking me down physically, mentally, emotionally. He's always bringing me down, treat me so bad for no reason. I'm so nice to him. He don't deserve all the things I do for him. And I told his mum he raped me 3 times since I've been here. And she said, "Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I did say to him to stop harassing you." Like, she just does not care. The mum is scared of him.
Oh.
Anyway, so then she kind of was moving around. I know she was trying to like wake him up. She was like trying to move around, open doors, slam doors, walking around. Then it was 9:55, 5 minutes before the taxi came. The taxi said to me, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yes." My friend was texting me. I'm not friends with her anymore, but she was texting me at the time saying, "Hey, listen, I'm going to video call you." I said, "Not yet. Wait till I leave the house." Then I get up to leave. As soon as I get up, who wakes up? He wakes up. He sees me. He chased me down. He strangled me, grabbed me by my neck. He took my phone. He said, "Who are you sharing your location with?" I said, "Get off of me." He pushed me to the ground. He smashed my phone. My phone still to this day is smashed. His mum was like, "Oh, get off of her, Elaine, stop." I managed to get down to the
His
gate.
name is Alain?
Yeah, his name's Elaine. But
Yes.
he's known as Gaza on TikTok, or Trapo in the streets, or Ajay.
Ajay?
Yeah, in the streets they call him Trapo or Ajay.
Okay.
Online they call him Gaza, and his birth name is Elaine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Make sure tell you where I'm from.
Where
Make sure tell you where I'm from.
which part of Mobile come from? Or St. James?
He lives in. He was born and raised there. He's 29 years old, and yeah, he's actually dark skinned on the passport, but right now he's light skinned because he bleach.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got short hair, maybe syncopat, sometimes chemers, and he's got a chipped tooth. He's got a distinctive look. He's got a chipped front tooth.
Okay.
Yes, so he saw me on the veranda, and he saw me in the living room, and I went out into the veranda, and he grabbed me by the neck, smashed my phone. I managed to get down to the second gate. He's got some dogs, but the dogs are nice to me. Then I came out, the taxi was there. He followed me to the taxi. He took one of my bags, he took my coat, put it in his rental, and I was just literally running away from him. My friend did say to me, "Use your handbag and pack all the important things." So I had my handbag, and he took my suitcase. I don't care if he took the suitcase, he can take everything, but the handbag had my passport, my money, everything. I got into the taxi, he put his foot in the door. It's an automatic closing door. He put his foot in the door, and he tried to stop me from taking the taxi, and he tried to speak to her. My friend was on the phone at the time, and she shouted his name. She said, "Ajay, what are you doing?" He didn't know that I had anyone on the phone. So when he heard her, he jumped up like, "Oh my God." Now, I'm not friends with this girl anymore because I'll explain after. So then the taxi said, "Listen, please close the door. I have somewhere to go." So the automatic door closed, and then he went into his rental and started following us. He started following us, and the taxi was driving very slow. She was kind of doing like a detour. He eventually stopped, and we went to my hotel.
Wait, Sash, I move fast. More detail. Tell the man, say the man and him wicked mama trail you. No, more explain it properly. Say understand.
They were trailing us for a long time.
He and his mother?
Yeah, it was him and his mother. His mum came outside. She was trying to stop it, and then she stood by the gate. I was like, "Can you come and help me, please? Like, can you come and help me?" Then she came and she gave me back my bag and my coat. Like, she's scared of him. Like, he is too much.
Okay.
So then, they were trailing us. The taxi took a detour, just kind of like driving around, pretending she was going somewhere else. And then she took me to my hotel. Now, this actual taxi, her boss messaged me and said, "Hey, listen, I heard what happened. Are you okay?" So I explained everything to him, and he said, "Listen to me. This man is dangerous. Please do not leave your hotel. If you need something, I will help you. I will send someone to pick you up," which he did. He sent me a taxi because I said, "Listen, I'll come here. I have no food, no nothing. Let me at least go out." So the taxi took me to the ATM. He was like my security. He took me to so the lady went, and he sent me another person, like a man, because he said, "I don't want to send a woman. I want to send a man for you."
Yes.
The man took me to ATM. He took me KFC. I bought everything. He took me to a grocery store. I bought some drinks and snacks in my room, and then he took me back to the hotel, and I gave him a tip and everything. Fine. Then the taxi said, "If you need anything else, let me know. Do not leave the hotel because he's going to be looking for you." His mum also told me, he's going to be looking for you. She knows her son. And I'm in the hotel now, and a friend, we were in a big friendship group. A friend reached out to me and said, "Hey, listen, are you okay? I heard what happened." As soon as I left the house, he went online on TikTok to tell everyone, Sash got up and left my house for no reason, and I don't know where she is, and I don't know why she left. He's lying. He went and told everyone. Because remember, he knows my friend saw him doing everything.
What's his name on TikTok?
He's changed his name now, but his name on TikTok was Gaza. I'm going to give you his name now because he's changed his TikTok.
Okay.
Let me give you his username. He's got the same username, but he's changed his screen name. So I'm going to find his name on TikTok right now.
Okay.
So as I'm at the hotel, someone reached out to me and said, "Hey, listen, are you okay? Whatever." I explained what happened. Then our friendship group made a group call. There's like 16 of us. I said, hey, listen, what's happened? I said, guys, I explained everything that I'm explaining to you now. And I said, oh my God, it's making sense now, because when he called us, he said, guys, she got up and left my house. I woke up and saw her leaving. It's my birthday. I don't know why she left. I said, this makes no sense. Why would the girl, basically I have a 3-year-old. Why would the girl leave her baby in the UK, travel to see you for 9 hours, surprise you on your birthday just to get up and leave? She's not like that. She loves you so much. Why would she get up and just leave? And I explained everything. I said, guys, he raped me, he beat me, he's mentally and emotionally abusive. Like, I felt like I wanted to kill myself. Like, the only reason why I was still alive is because of my daughter. No one's going to take care of my daughter better than me. I don't want my daughter to grow up without her mum. So I was just holding out, you know. But he was mentally draining me, physically, sexually, everything. I just was like a slave in that house. He was taking all my money. Like, I have proof of all the transactions, everything. So I explained that to them, and I said, oh my God, we feel so bad. Then straight away he went online, oh, she's a bitch, she's this, she's that, she's lying, she said that I raped her, just trying to bring me down in every way possible. He said that I don't have a job, I'm homeless, I'm this, I'm broke. If I am broke, how could I pay all of these things? So I visit Jamaica on the 13th. So listen to this. So the week before the 13th is the 1st of May. Everyone's paying their rent. My rent, 1,150. My bills, £400. My daughter's daycare fee, 1,600, and that's with a discount. The nanny who took care of my daughter for the week, £350, plus I gave her £100 for emergencies, just cash, like, just in case anything happened and I can't get to you, in case my bank tries to stop me sending you money. Yes?
Yes.
Then his birthday gifts, he asked me for Crocs, £60, Air Forces, £110. He asked me for some clothes, t-shirts, tops and stuff. Everyone in the UK knows Primark. I went there, £136 I spent in Primark.
Yes.
Then the flight. Yes, I found a cheap flight. If you fly with TUI, you find a cheap flight. Usually, when I fly with Virgin, Montego Bay, it was 1,300. Okay, TUI, 560.
Okay.
I booked that flight so quick. I've never booked a flight so quick in my life. It was cheap. Yes, 560. He told me not to pay for a rental, because I always pay a rental or drive my dad's car. He said, no, don't pay for a rental. It's going to cost too much money. Save money. I said, okay, no problem. Sent him the £200. So altogether, I spent over £4,000, and he's calling me broke. Okay. He went online to say, oh, well, she's broke because her flight wasn't even £1,000. People said to him, it doesn't matter. The girl rated you enough to pay her money and come and see you. It doesn't matter if the flight was free, 100, 200. She took a week off work, left her child to come and see you. It doesn't matter if the flight was 560. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm broke, I'm this and that. This man is dead broke on his face. There's nothing wrong with having hard times, being broke or whatever. I tried to help him out. His family have a shop. I said, listen, I'll buy some goods, some, UK snacks. Everyone's going to want to buy all these things. UK snacks, you can charge them. So many things I tried to help him out. We were going to get married that week as well. He couldn't afford to buy the ring. I said, listen, fuck the ring. We're going to sign the papers, right? And after we sign the papers, it's going to take about 12 weeks. You'll be in the UK. I said, I don't mind paying. The application fee is 1,900 and the NHS surcharge is about 3,000 something. I said, me paying that is an investment, because when you come here, you're going to help me. I'm going to make that money back so quick, because you're here to help me. I'm going to be spending less money, because my monthly outgoings on my own as a single mum, it's high, but I have 2 jobs, so I can manage, but still it would be nice to have some help.
Yes.
And I have the email from the registry that said, hey, are you ready to do this? You've been in Jamaica more than 24 hours. That's totally fine. Bring your passport, bring your birth certificate. And it was like something silly, like $40 US. It wasn't a lot to pay to get the registry, to get the marriage license. And, because I said to him, if I do this now, when I go back to the UK, we could just start the application. No messing around. This man had one job. All he had to do was just be a good boyfriend. That was it. Instead, he's online. He said online, I have stretch marks. I have loose skin. My breasts are long. Yes, I have a child. I have a 3-year-old. I carried my daughter for 10 months, 42 weeks.
All right, hold on a bit. What has happened with your friend that you were talking to?
Yes. So the girl who, helped me out and everything, he then is friends with her boyfriend and tried to mix me, basically, because remember, she was going online and sharing the receipts saying, yes, I saw him grabbing her, I saw him pulling her, pushing her, I saw him smash her phone, I saw him shouting on her. She was like, when I called his name, he stopped. He was like, oh, he didn't realize. And he was calling her phone. She had the receipts of him calling her phone. She had to block him because he was calling her so many times. He's like, oh, let me explain. Then he lied and said, oh, she wasn't on the video call. So she went online and took screenshots and showed the video call.
Yes.
Then he tried to silence her and everything. So then he, went to the boyfriend and was like,
yes,
silence the girlfriend, basically.
Yes.
So he told her, Sasha's been talking about you when it's not true. He's like, she told me that your mom was in hospital. Obviously, nobody knows that. Only me and the boyfriend know that. But obviously, the boyfriend has told him to say that. So we fell out, yes? Yes. So then after that, he went to my other friends, like, she's talking about you. So people come to me, hey, he's saying that you're talking about him. I said, no, he's manipulating everyone. Like, I haven't spoken about anyone.
Yeah, man.
May I remind us something? Give him the incident when he pull up on you again.
Oh, he pull up on you again before you leave?
Yeah, so before I left, so remember, I told you a guy from our friendship group is a mixture of men and women. Some of us live in Jamaica, some of us live in UK, some in US, some in Canada. And one of the guys from Jamaica, he's actually from Montego Bay, and he reached out, said, hey, are you okay? I heard what happened. Like, that's so crazy. I know you're here alone. So I said to him, listen, this is what happened. He said, oh my God, you're a good woman, and he's there doing this. Oh my God, so many guys want this opportunity, and he's got this opportunity. He said, listen, if you need anything, let me know. I said, the taxi has already taken me to, remember I told you the taxi already took me to KFC and all these things. He said, okay, send me your location. I sent him my location. By coincidence, we're like 5 minutes away from each other. He said, okay, come. Online, this guy is like a catfish. The person who is online is not him. So he revealed his identity to me, and I said, oh wow, I appreciate you, coming to look out for me or whatever. He said, listen, don't worry about anything. Let's go chill. Let's go to the park or something. So we went to the park, Harmony Beach Park. And, our friends video called to see where I am because everyone's worried. They're just like so worried. And he said, look, she's with me. She's fine. Look, we're here in the park. My ex pulled up to the park. The man pulled up to the park. We were in the park for about an hour. We're just chilling. We had some water. We're talking. We're sitting at table and chair in public. There's no hugging, kissing, nothing.
Yes.
Then the guy kept calling. My ex kept calling the guy like, what are you doing with her? What are you doing with her? What are you doing with her? I said to him, listen, stop calling him. I said, I'm going to go sit in his lap if you don't stop calling him. Stop calling him. Stop harassing us. Leave us alone.
Yes.
Then I said, okay, let's go. My battery's dying. The guy's battery's dying. I said, let's go. We're walking. All I hear is, yo, Becky, I like, no? I turn around. It's my ex.
Yes.
It's my ex. And guess what? I have pictures. of him pulling up. I said, guys, I am not lying. He's here right now. I took pictures. And he looked like he wanted to kill me. I swear if I was there alone, he would have bundled me into the car. And he arrived with 2 armed men.
What do you mean armed? What do you mean armed men?
2 armed men. He had 2 friends behind. And he said, do you think I'm alone? And they were armed.
How do you know they were armed?
He said that. He said, do you think
he told you? Okay.
Yeah, he said, try something and see what happens. They got stuff. I was like, whether they had stuff or not, that was very scary. So he's standing up talking to the guy. He's acting like he's going to do something. I said, listen, there's security in the park. I'm going up to the security. I was running. Straight away, I ran. As soon as I saw him, I ran. It's his birthday. Why are you chasing me around? Then the guy said to me, listen, let's go to my brother's phone shop. Let's not go to your hotel because he's going to follow us. Let's go and detour somewhere.
That guy, remind me, that guy is who? That you were walking with?
Just a random guy from our group chat.
Okay.
I didn't speak to him anymore either because we went to the brother's phone shop and we charged our phones. We chilled there for a little bit. Everyone's calling us, what's going on? Where are you? The phone just cut off. The battery died. I said, yes, he pulled up and the battery died. Sorry guys, we're safe, but yes. I said, this man is insane. He's online saying I'm nobody, I'm this, I'm that. So why are you pulling up on me? Then he's saying to everyone, there's a possibility that she might be pregnant. And that's why I'm pulling up, because she's with next man. She left my house to go with next man. And the guy said it's not like that. She went to her hotel and I reached out to her. If she's pregnant, okay, fine, whatever. At that, he's like, she's pregnant. She's not seeing period yet. I was like, oh my God, stop telling my business. So then I went back to the hotel, and after that we were staying low key. So that was the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. The next 3 days, me and the guy were hanging out every day. We didn't do anything. He would just come and check me. The hotel does not allow anyone upstairs. If you didn't pay to stay there, you cannot come upstairs. So he would be in the lounge with me. He'll bring me breakfast. He'll take me out. He was doing all the things that my ex could not do because he's broke.
Yes.
Now, there's nothing wrong with him being on his face or whatever, but it's the fact that he went online and called me broke. You're on your face. You have nothing to your name. You're wearing clothes from 4 years ago.
Question. How do you know? You said it's something that you do before. How do you know that?
What do you mean?
Like other women.
Okay, so other people kept speaking. About it, and I said, so who's this girl? I remember he was dating her. He told me I was dating her, and I said, did you sleep with her? He said, no, I didn't sleep with her, but she did give me oral sex in the car. And I was like, okay. I said, why did you stop talking to her? He said, she's an escort. She's talking to too many men.
Where's she from?
She's from this city called Warrington. It's up north in UK. She's
In
from the
UK, okay.
I don't know her personally, but she's from the UK, and he was dating her a long time ago. I remember, but I didn't know anything. I'm not a social media person. But then people kept telling me, "Oh, didn't you hear what happened?" And when he was going live and bringing me down, people said, "Brother, this is not the first time this has happened before." The girl called Barbie online, her name is Spaniard Barbie. He put a gun to her head and made her give him oral sex in the car. He did that to her, and I said, "Wow! If I knew this, I would have never gone to him." So many girls said to me, "If we knew you were like going to see him so soon, we would tell you not to go and see him because the type of person he is."
How old is he? Yes, he's 29.
Yeah, 29. Yeah, just
How
29.
how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. So listen to me now. Have you checked up on yourself since you have been back to the UK?
Yeah, that's the first thing I did. My friends are older than me, so they said, "Girl, when you get back, the first thing you need to do is do a checkup," which I did. I did a full checkup, blood test and everything. Everything is clear, thank God. But after a few days, I did find out I was pregnant. Yes, I did find out I was pregnant. Now, he knew about this. We had a group call. They added him and told him that he was spiraling out of control. He was crashing. From when I left his house, for 2 weeks straight, he's been crashing out online, talking every night for 24 hours a day, talking about me 24/7. He's like, "Oh, she might be pregnant. She might be pregnant. She might be pregnant." Now I found out, yes, I am pregnant. And then I told them, I said, "Look, I don't want to keep a baby for my abuser. It makes no sense. He's going to use it against me." So in private, he's saying, yes, he wants it. Online, "Oh no, she needs to go and kill it. She needs to do this. She needs to do that." So I did terminate the pregnancy, and I have proof of this as well. I did terminate it. Okay. And he's now going online saying that I'm lying and all these things, just doing too much,
Yeah.
I don't believe in those things, but I already have one child, and he's gonna make my life a living hell. If I take my child to visit him, he's gonna take the child from me. He's gonna do so many things to me. I don't want to put myself through that, and also have 2 kids on my own. I don't want that.
Yeah. Lessons learned. What can you say to other females about your experience, and what advice would you have to give other females?
Look, I take full responsibility. Okay, I took up someone broke. I did not vet them. I take full responsibility for that. That's just me. That's my heart. I was talking to this person for a long time, but just females, just please don't do it. Like, just make sure you vet the person properly. Make sure you're not naive like me. Make sure you're aware. I did try to leave on the first day. He took my passport. I did try to leave on the second day. He took my passport. So I did try,
Yes.
I had to play it cool. So ladies, just keep yourself to yourself, honestly.
How long you spent totally in Jamaica?
1 week. So 13th of May to the 17th of May. It was just a last minute trip to surprise him. Usually I spend minimum 2 weeks.
No, but you would have how long you spent at the hotel?
Oh, the hotel from the 17th to the 20th. So just the 3 days.
Oh, so you spent 4 days with him and 3 days at the hotel?
Yes, I was there from the 13th
to the 17th.
And I arrived around 4 p.m. Montego Bay from Birmingham Airport. That's why the flight was so cheap, because I flew from Birmingham. I took a train from London to Birmingham, and then arrived around 4:30 p.m. And then stayed with him from the 13th till the morning of the 17th. My taxi came the 17th around 10 a.m.
Okay.
From everything. Yep, and then checked into the hotel around. The hotel's literally down the road from his house. Checked in around maybe 10:30, 10:45. And then from the 17th all the way till the morning of the 20th.
While you were here, were you ever advised, or did it ever cross your mind to go to the police? Because you have the view that Yes?
Yeah. So I made a police report, and also my airline, because initially I asked my airline to help me. I have proof of the emails. I initially asked them to help me. They said, "We cannot make the report for you. You have to make the report yourself."
So the report you made, sorry to be interjecting, but the report you made was what?
I made a police report for rape, and then I had to go in person. Also, my airline said to me, "Once you do that, we will make a report on our end."
So so did you go in personally?
Yeah. So I
did they take your carry you go and to the doctor, to the hospital or what, and get a rape kit? Did they do all of that?
No, they didn't do it. They didn't do any of that.
Was that because you didn't want them to do it?
No, they didn't do any of that. I made the report, and that was it. The airline said, "Okay, we'll make a report from our side as well." They said, "If you need help to move your flight forward or anything like that, let me know."
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand this, because the airline cannot make a report on your behalf. You would have gone to the station and you would have spoken to the police officer on duty.
So the
And
airline told me they can't.
no,
on
no,
behalf, so I have to go myself.
just follow me. I just need to find out. You would have gone to the station and you would have spoken to the officer on duty. And what did they tell you, or what did you tell them? You want to come out of this?
I said I want to make a report. I want him to be arrested. That's what I said. Same
Yes.
thing in the UK. If you make a report, they're arrested and questioned. They said okay.
Yes.
So I had to make a statement. They asked me for like any proof of anything that I have. I said I have his address. I have his passport. I gave over his details. I gave them my airlines. The lady's called Candice. I gave her details and everything who I've been corresponding with, and they left it as that. I don't know if he's been arrested or not.
So did you just yes, I left it at that? Did you just leave the station?
Yeah, I left the station and went back to my hotel.
No, but that mean he won't be arrested then, because there is no rape investigation taking place.
Exactly. So he said, "Oh, I'm lying." I said, "Why would I lie? I made a report about you."
So did they tell you that you need to talk to somebody at a section named, which station you go to?
Montego Bay.
And did they send you to Sissoko?
Nope, they didn't do anything.
Oh,
Literally,
okay.
he wasn't arrested. Nothing happened.
That sounds
I feel
strange
like I was
though.
failed.
Sounds strange. Okay. So what's happening now as we speak? He's still online. I'm saying all these things.
Yeah, so I stayed offline for a while because it was just a bit much for me. I left on the 20th of May, and I arrived to the UK on the 21st.
Yes.
Since I left his house on the 17th, he's been crashing out online. Still to this day.
You find the new sorry, you find the new TikTok?
Yes, I found the new TikTok. I can give it to you now.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I drop anyone's volume, he will harass me. He won't leave me alone. He'll harass me. Hold on, let me get it up for you. Okay, so the username is
Yes.
and then HEART, so it should be one word, Black Heart.
Okay.
And then he's changed his screen name to Magic. So it used to be Gaza with like some emojis, but he's changed it now.
Yeah, I found it. Okay.
Yeah, and it's got a picture of him put his hand to his face. That's an old picture. He no longer looks like that.
Okay. Yeah. So so you're saying that you haven't been online for a while, but okay. So what's the plan? How are you doing mentally, emotionally? How are you doing?
I mean, I say I'm okay now because I just have to get on with it because I have my little girl to take care of. I have to work every day, drop her to daycare every day. But last week and the week before, I was an emotional wreck. I couldn't speak about it without crying because everywhere I go, everyone's asked. Because remember, he went online first, right? And he went to scandal me for 2 weeks straight. And I said to myself, I'm going to be the bigger person and not go online and say anything. Then when he mentioned my child, then I went online to speak about him, and I put a post on my page to say, hey, look, this is what's happened. This is the first and last time I'm going to speak on it. This man was abusing me, and this is what happened, and I'm going to leave it there. Please stop harassing me. Everywhere I go, people harass me, ask me questions. He will join. All he'll do is I'll be in a live stream or someone. He'll message them, hey, that's the girl. He has female friends harassing me. I had to change my number 2 times now. It's just too much. Like, he's harassing me. I got rid of the baby because he was harassing me before that. Yes.
All right. I hear it, but that's an experience, and I'm hoping others hear what you have to say, and because I mean, you got pregnant, but you could have gotten something from him.
Of course, 100%. On the first day I arrived, he did that to me. And you know what he did? He went online to shame me. He said, oh, look, she brought a packet of condoms. I practice safe sex. What's wrong with me bringing a
So the truth is, you would have had, you came here to have sex with him. But
no,
you didn't?
He's my partner, but I brought condoms for safe, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So sex wasn't.
I'm not gonna have unprotected sex.
So sex wasn't in your mind. What I protected her? Was sex in your mind?
We were together. We're gonna do it eventually.
But safe sex. Safe sex.
Yes, safe sex.
Okay.
Safe consensual sex. When I arrived, he pulled my pants down. I said to him, please let me take a shower. I'm so sweaty and dirty. Why?
Yes.
He pulled my pants down and entered. I wasn't
Because rape is sorry to butt in, but rape is rape, and I know persons are gonna hear you and say, boy, you come for that. But the fact of the matter is, it still need consent. You didn't consent to it based on what you are saying.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
consent is needed.
People who are uneducated are saying, "Oh,
yes.
how can your boyfriend rape you? How can your husband rape you?" Like,
Foolishness,
please,
that man. Foolishness.
I don't have time for that.
Foolishness. That. Of
When
course.
I arrived, I said, "Please, can I take a shower?" He said, "Yeah, of course. Get your stuff ready." As I'm getting my stuff, he grabbed me.
Grab it.
And
Yeah.
I said, "Babe, please stop. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm sweaty. Like, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And then also the night of his birthday, I was in a deep sleep. He came and dragged my leg. I said to him, "Please, I don't want to do anything." He strangled me till I lost consciousness. That is rape. I did not want to do it. I was not aroused. I was not wet. I was uncomfortable. It was so painful. And I was crying and begging for him to stop. The more I cried and begged for him to stop, the more aroused he got. How disturbing is that?
Whoa.
He would not stop.
Wow.
I made it clear that I did not want to do it. I was closing my legs, pushing him off, pushing myself up the bed, crying. He was not stopping, crying real tears. And people are saying, "Oh, we were in a relationship. Of course, we were eventually going to have sex, but consensual sex." And I bought condoms because I want to be safe. I don't want to get pregnant. I bought condoms. Like, what's wrong with that? People are shaming. These are the type of people who shame people for going to the sexual health clinic to get checked up, shaming people for using condoms. What's wrong with that? I use condoms, so what?
Yeah. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with it. And I don't know which idiot would tell you there's something wrong with that. I mean, nothing is wrong with that.
He went online to look. She bought condoms. What's the condoms for? Excuse me, what do you think?
Yeah. Anyway, I heard enough. So no problem. I wish you all the best, and I hope others learn something from your experience. I really do. But yeah, man. All right, take care of yourself. All right, and be safe.
Take care.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder.